Hi, Don Bewley with U4 International. We're here at the U School in Carlsbad, California. And today we're going to talk about a really interesting subject, and that's making curly hair blonde. And for years, we've been educating and telling people that you really need to get a great consultation on this, right? And I'm here also with Mirza, who's our global team member.
The most important thing to remember with curly hair is it's dry already. So any type of lightening that happens on hair usually happens with a lightener like bleach.
Right.
So you want to make sure, one, that in your consultation you explain to your stylist that you would prefer not to use bleach, as bleach dries out blonde or curly hair even more. The best way to do it for curly hair is to stay within 2 shades of the natural base color and keep some of the natural golden tones in the hair so that it has some sort of ability to reflect light and not completely diffuse it. What happens when it diffuses is it looks fuzzy, dry, and frizzy. When you have a little bit of more reflection and condition in the hair, it actually can look soft and naturally highlighted. So it's very important that you talk to the right people, you talk to the right stylist, you do your research on the type of color that they use in the salon, the type of education that they do in the salon, because the more educated your stylist is, the better it will serve your hair. The biggest thing you want to just make sure is that the condition of your hair is not compromised any further. Curly hair is so dry anyway, you don't want to stress it out anymore and make it drier.
And a lot of times people with curly hair, they don't want to use product in their hair because they don't like that crunchy feeling. And a lot of the products we're using today at Euphoria do not have that crunchy feeling because you want to be able to touch your hair, put your hands through your hair without breaking a nail.
Yeah,
right?
So for instance, you would look for more anti-humectant products, anti-frizz control products and ingredients versus something like a gel or a traditional mousse that once it dries becomes very, very crunchy. Nowadays, the product technology is so advanced, you can find anti-frizz and anti-humectant products that won't make it crunchy and still leave it soft and touchable and shiny. And that's really the biggest thing with curly hair, is you want it to look healthy and nourished.
And when you talk about anti-humectant, that's really important when you have natural curly hair, whether you have color or not. And the anti-humectant really helps seal the cuticle, seals moisture from going into your hair. There's a lot of shine products that do that, fixatives that do that. And when you're going to a good hairdresser, that's what you're looking for, is, all these different little tips, how to make your hair just look loopy and curly and close that cuticle down. And usually if you pick natural curly hair up from, if you put your finger here and lift up, it's this hair underneath is what you want all your hair to look like, because the top hair, because of environmental or sun damage, really takes a beating. And the other thing, don't put your hands through your hair too much, because you're just draining the oils out of your hair. And a lot of people have a tendency to do this or tuck their hair, so be very careful with that.
Curly hair definitely needs to be treated differently, so you want to make sure that the stylist you're with understands curly hair, knows how to treat it, knows how to manipulate it, knows how to style it without overstressing the hair. You definitely have to be more gentle. It's almost like you got to treat it with like silk gloves.
It's like silk. It's like silk.
Hair is like fabric. So think about when you're ironing your clothes, you wouldn't use the highest setting of an iron on silk because it would burn the fabric. That's how curly hair really does react. Is the more stress, the more heat, the more color damage you put on it, the worse it's going to get, and you're not going to be able to get that curl formation that you really want, because curly hair is back. So we don't want to flat iron everything pin straight. We love naturally curly hair as stylists, so please, please, please do your research and make sure you do your consultations properly with the right stylist and the right salon.
Absolutely. So I think that hopefully that'll help everyone out there with curly hair. Once again, Don Bewley, Mirza, U4 International U School.